Okay, so welcome you guys to our little powwow that we're going to have today. I'm going to talk about a couple of things. One is, I always like to share on Tuesdays thing that I've learned from Genevieve on my call 2 hours ago, and then I actually is getting some training from like a professional direct sales training person who gave me a really great idea. And you guys know I love to pass on really great ideas. So I'm also going to be sharing a whole new segment of people that we can all reach out to. I'm going to be starting that today. And for any of you who are like, I've already talked to all the people, I'm going to take that excuse right away from you because we have a whole new segment of people to talk to. So first of all, I know that we all should always have a goal of bringing in 3 new customers a month, just as a goal of like continuing to grow, all of that. I think one thing, we talked about this a bit last week, but something that corporate is aware of and working on, but it's going to have to start from the top. So it's going to have to start with us. And a lot of what's happening right now, and you may notice in your numbers that people are being added to your team, but you're not growing month over month. And it looks like a lot of that is probably because people are pushing for the prizes and not thinking beyond that. And it's great. Like I have some of my new runners because they've pushed for the prizes and then we're like, oh, this is cool, I can do this, and they've stayed. But it's keeping people engaged. And I think we don't maybe share enough about the benefit of having our consistent orders. Like we talked to them about the health benefits, but in talking to our people who are adding people about the financial benefit of just having people order every month, because they're like, well, I can make $41 if I add somebody new between the business building bonus and pay points. And I only get, $16 if for the new regular people to order. And so they're not spending as much money on the $16. Thing is, we know that once people have been on the products for 3 months, they tend to stay on the products for 3 months. So I did a little math because Genevieve was sharing this with us. So I went ahead and did some math. If you have one person order their 100 PV for 12 months straight, that's $198. So it actually does really add up. And once we get them really loving the products, it becomes very easy. Debbie has always been really, really good at retention and taking care of her people. But Plexus, so then I did it. I'm like, what if I have 50 people ordering every month for a year? It's $9,900. That's no business building bonuses. That's just pay point being at $2.75. If you have 50 people who order, that's like $10,000 a year, you guys, just for helping people stay consistent. So what does Plexus have in place to get people consistent? First thing is you want to plug anybody new into the Welcome to Plexus call on Wednesdays. So Welcome to Plexus calls are on Wednesday, and you want everybody attending that call, because not only is it going to talk about like how to use their perks and get best use of their membership, but also it's going to share the opportunity of the business. So if you're uncomfortable with that, you don't really know how to have that conversation, just let corporate do it. I am hosting the Welcome to Plexus call tomorrow. It'll be recorded. So you guys know me, you're comfortable with me, and you could probably reach out to your people, even if they're consistent orderers, but they've never shared, invite them to the call. And as long as they register, they can get the recording and watch it later. Or if you know there are people who are not going to watch it and you want to follow up with them and say, hey, I was on this call, it was great, made me think of you, do you have time to watch it? And when they say yes, then you send them the link. Don't just send them the link. You want to send them the link if they said they have time to watch it. But if you only needed a really, really simple system to get people consistent and retain your customers, 4 steps. So first step, sign the person up. Easy peasy, sign people up. And this is going to be so duplicatable to you and your team. So sign people up, step 1. Step 2, call and congratulate them on getting signed up, starting their health journey, and offering them the opportunity to get their products paid for. Hey, I'm so excited that you're starting this health journey. It's going to be amazing. What do you think about getting your products paid for? And we talked about that some on the call last week, so you can watch the recording from last week if you weren't on there about that conversation. But is, how do you feel about getting your products paid for? And then step 3, so it's a 2-part conversation that you're going to have with brand new people. Congratulations. Would you like to get your products paid for? Next step is getting them enrolled in Pivotal. The retention rates for people in Pivotal, the plexuspivotal.com, where they can register and get the emails and log in, and then also the Pivotal Facebook group. The retention rates of people in Pivotal is way, way, way higher than those people not in it. So if you're not using that tool, you're making it more difficult on yourself. So I can tell you, and did you know that you can see in your back office who is registered for Pivotal? You can actually look that up, and I will show you in a minute. My Pivotal rates are in the tank. So that's something that I'm working on today. Like if you looked at 3 things I wanted to get done today, 1 is getting my team all engaged on Pivotal, and using the Pivotal Facebook page yourself to help connect your team. So starting today, because in our Jewel call, some of the jewels we're talking about, Pivotal Facebook page is difficult to navigate, not difficult to navigate, but there's so many people. It's the Plexus Pivotal Facebook page, Debbie, you could do a search for it. And there's probably a link to it in on the Pivotal website. But people win prizes by commenting their small wins. So whatever they're doing, and it's just Joe Schmo customer putting their small wins in there so that they can be eligible for prizes. So when you have all of that, and you're trying to navigate the real quality posts from corporate, those were kind of getting lost. So starting today, based on Jewel recommendations, all of the Plexus corporate Pivotal posts will be pinned. So those might be good ones. They're paying a nutritionist, they're paying a chef, they're paying an exercise science person. They're paying big money into Pivotal, and it's paying off in retention for the people that are in there. So use that page as a resource for your people. So when something is posted in there, and don't spend a ton of time in there, maybe go in there once a week and then tag people in certain posts that you think are relevant to them. And when you've signed them up, you probably know, are they interested in gut health? Are they interested in weight loss? Are they doing a reset? Did they order a reset, but they haven't started it yet? And then tagging them in some posts that are relevant, but that'll also start getting them engaged in the page. Then it's gonna start popping up in their feed, and it's gonna remind them. Like Susie Q, who started her reset today, it's day 1 reset, hashtag small wins. Now Lucy, who ordered a reset last month, but hasn't found 3 days to do it, sees that and is like, I should just go ahead and do it. So it's that third-party validation from people just like them. So for people that have been with Plexus for a really long time, is the Pivotal Facebook page valuable to you? No, but it's a huge tool that you can use that is valuable for your customers. So if you can think of it like that, like this is a great tool for my new customers or my inconsistent orders, that's where Plexus Pivotal Facebook page comes in. They're going to get great information from the emails once they've registered on plexuspivotal.com, but then they're going to get like daily promptings and encouragement when they're a part of the Facebook groups. So making a point to get all of your people connected to Pivotal. And like I said, our team is really, really low on that. And that starts with me because I have not done a great job of getting the importance of that out. So going back to the 4 steps when somebody joins, 3 really, because the first step is people sign up. Second step is call, congratulate them, and offer to help them get their products paid for. Third, get them enrolled in the Pivotal, plexuspivotal.com and the Facebook group. And then 4, if they say yes to sharing, giving them their first post. Those are your steps, because where retention is much higher and teams are seeing growth is when people are on engaged in Pivotal. And then of course, people are less likely to quit Plexus when they have customers. They're even less likely to quit Plexus, quit ordering, when they are working the business with a really good friend. So if somebody has jumped on, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen that on our team when it's 2 people who are really good friends, and I will hear like, God, I was totally ready to give up or not post or not push this month, but so-and-so, she wanted to go for it, so we're going for it together. I've also seen the opposite, when one quits for whatever reason and the other one very quickly stops doing the work. One may have had a very sick parent that they're taking care of, or a tragedy in life, and they kind of had to stop sharing Plexus or chose to, and their best friend that had no reason to, then slowly dwindles away as well. So helping people get their best friend on this with them and sharing together, helping them both win the gift card or whatever, they will stay more connected. So those are my tips for retention. Now, are you guys ready for a whole new segment of people? And I'm eager to hear what other segments you might come up with of people to reach out to. So I mentioned last week, in my opinion, I think January numbers were a little lower, and we talked about this last week, so I won't go into it because economy is getting tighter. Groceries are getting more expensive. Gas is going up a little again. People are getting nervous, so they're cutting their budgets in ways that they feel like in places they can cut it. So less people ordered, or they pushed their subscriptions out, numbers went down. It's what happened. In my experience, after 7 years of doing this, when that happens, usually within the next month or so, our enrollments of people working the business picks up because money is tight. Like it first is tight, and so I'm not going to order, but because we've continuing to share with people and drip on them the opportunity to make money, now they're like, now it's uncomfortable. Now I actually need to bring a few more $100 in a month, and you've been telling me about sharing Plexus. I need to do that now. Or posting and sharing and reaching out about the business. More people are interested because now money is uncomfortably tight. So that's what we're going into. So in my training with this lady this week, her suggestion was to think about populations of people whose businesses decrease when the budgets are super tight. And first to mind for me, cleaning ladies, housekeepers. We stopped ours for a while. Now she's coming back, but only every 3 weeks instead of 2, because I just am a horrible housekeeper. Just keeping it real. I'm super good at tidying up, horrible at bathrooms. I don't want to do it. So, but she wanted to come every 2 weeks like she has been. I was like, I just can't afford every 2 weeks. Would you be willing to come every 3 weeks? And she said, yes, even though most people don't like doing that because now our house is dirtier, but it let me know like she really needs the business. And if you've ever had a housekeeper and your budget has ever gotten tight, you know, that's the first thing, one of the first things to go, because everybody can actually clean their house. They can, right? There are certain things you're not going to cut, but a housekeeper, you can. I pay somebody that cooks meals and I go pick them up every weekend because I hate to cook. So I get fresh made meals with good macros and I pay her and I pick them up. And that's amazing. That will also be something that will be cut. So people who earn their income by serving others when it's totally an discretionary income thing, their money is about to get real tight. So, and how hard do housekeepers work? Would you be a housekeeper for somebody? I would have to be so broke to volunteer to clean somebody's house for $100. Like so broke. You know, they're hard workers. My house looks amazing when they leave. Are those not people you would want on your team? People willing to bust their butt for $100 for a couple hours? So where to find those people? You are probably all in community pages. So like your local community, every community has them. If you put in the search bar, housekeeper or cleaning lady, what's going to happen is you're going to pull up a ton of posts where people are like, hey, just moved to town looking for a housekeeper. Who do you recommend? And there's a million comments of people recommending their housekeepers or housekeepers recommending themselves. You now have a whole list of people to start reaching out to like yesterday. Can you guys think of other segments like that? I think restaurant employees, having waited tables and bartended for, I feel like half of my past life. When people stop eating out. Now, here's the thing, people aren't really stopping eating out at like fast food because it's cheap, but nicer restaurants, they are. They're not eating out as often because when $100 nice meal used to be no big deal once a month, you're going to cut it. And so finding people, restaurant workers, and that can be in the same type of community group, like type in restaurants, and you're probably going to find people putting questions out. People love to ask questions in community groups. Am I right? So people are going to be like, what great restaurant do you recommend? Or got a birthday coming up, what restaurant would you recommend? If you read through those posts, I guarantee you there are servers who are like, come see us at Eddie V's. Come see us at, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to take a little legwork, but you know those are hustlers. Isn't that way better than just trying to like reach out to your friends for the 20th time, asking if they want to buy Plexus? Because here's the thing, is it going to hurt my feeling if a complete stranger says no to me? No. You know when it hurts your feelings? When you ask your best friend and she says no. Because you have emotions wrapped up in your best friend. You do not have emotions wrapped up in a housekeeper. And what demographic or citizenship are most housekeepers? In my area, Hispanic. We have a whole Mexican market. You literally are not growing your team, but imagine being able to allow them to reach out to their families who are maybe still in Mexico. Could you not work this entire next week on trying to grow your team with housekeepers? There are so many. There are so many. And I think that gets your wheels spinning. Like, what I'd like you to think and ask yourself is, what other segments are probably having their income cut right now? Because these are not people that are afraid to work. These are people like, when I am hiring my housekeeper less, it's not like she is now applying to become a bookkeeper. And I don't mean that ugly. I mean, they're earning money by hustling. So you are taking an opportunity to them that I bet they've never thought of. And our Plexus buy-in is so incredibly low. It's not like they're going to start at LuLaRoe and they got to buy $5,000 worth of leggings. And as we've learned in international training with Plexus, the Hispanic market, they are not ashamed of network marketing. There is a reason Herbalife makes so much money and the majority of their reps are in Mexico. It is a normal, acceptable way to make money. So, thoughts, questions, other segments that you can think of? I'm sure I will think of more. Today's the first time I've really been like, okay, I need to sit down and make a list of people to reach out to. But I think that I could probably find 50 cleaning ladies to reach out to today. And I do not have the message I'm going to send to them, but I will create one and put it in Gold Diggers when I post this video up later today. And then you can make it in your voice, whatever you want that to look like. Because again, these are going to be completely cold messages. And I don't know if you guys saw the quick pop-up training I did in Gold Diggers a couple days ago, but I'm going to put it here anyway so that it's in with this, because the same lady who was coaching me, she was asking me like deep about my numbers. She's not affiliated with Plexus at all. So ranks mean nothing to her, whatever. She was asking about my numbers, you know, how many orders do you need to, you know, hit the rank at you right now? And I told her, and you know, how many leaders do you have? How many people do you have working the business? And she was kind of shocked at how few people, because she trains so many people in direct sales. And most direct sales companies, the people cannot rank up and earn good money unless they have lots of other people holding higher ranks, right? And we don't. We get paid on everybody. It's fantastic. But she was shocked that I could be where I am with so many customers and very, very few business builders. And so she knew immediately that I was sharing the product and not the business. She didn't say that, but she said, okay, so here's the quick thing that she did with me. She's like, I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to say no. And she said, Christy, I have these amazing gut health products. Do you want to try them? And I said, no, thank you. She goes, oh, okay. Well, I have a great referral program where you could get them for free. Do you want to try them? No. Oh, well, what about earning an extra few $100s a month? You interested in hearing about the business? I was like, no. Okay. Is that not what we're doing to our people? We're taking the product to the customer and then that's it. So she said, you're trying to push a boulder uphill. She goes, every conversation should start with this. Hey, Debbie, I have an amazing business opportunity. I'm trying to grow my team. Would you be interested in hearing about how you can earn an extra couple $100 each month? No, super busy, but no, thank you. Oh, okay. Well, on a much lighter note, we have a great referral program. You could refer 3 friends, earn a few $100s, get a gift card, just 3 friends with the referral program. What do you think about that? That's kind of interesting, but I'm not sure. That makes total sense. Why don't we do this? What most people do is order the product first, try it out for a month or so. Once you love it, we'll get you that. I'll tell you more about the referral bonus. How does that sound? Why are we not doing that? How much more comfortable was that? Could you feel it like in you, like how much easier that conversation flowed? And I had somewhere to go every time. You know, it's like I started with the business. They said no. So I went to the referral program, easy peasy, not really sure. Makes total sense. What most people do is start with the products. Why don't we get you ordered and we'll just go from there and see how you feel. Oh, okay, I could do that. Do our kids, are our children not the best at this? Hey, mom, can I have the $500 PlayStation? Absolutely not. What about the 2-year-old version that's $300? No. Okay, what about the app that gives me the Game Pass that's only 100? Fine, fine. You can have the $100 one. Have our kids been doing this to us forever? Totally works, does it not? So if you are uncomfortable sharing the business, I hope that you just got really uncomfortable. I mean, really comfortable, pardon me. I hope you just got really comfortable with the concept of why you should start with the business. Because worst case, they've just become a new customer. You're going to get them enrolled in Pivotal. They're going to love the products. And eventually, they're going to come across a gift card that they want to earn, if nothing else. Listen, I've grown a pretty big team here in Nashville. Nobody wanted the Boot Barn gift card. And the funny thing is, when I posted on my page about should I actually get boots, and my husband's like, absolutely not. Everybody's like, well, you need them for convention. It's in Nashville. And I was like, do you not know where I live? Newsflash, we don't wear boots. The tourists wear boots. You know who wears boots? People in Texas. Texas people wear boots, I think. Nashville people do not wear boots. Nobody on my team here wanted the Boot Barn gift card. They wanted the North Face one. They're super excited about the Lululemon. You don't know what's going to hit. You don't know what's going to hit. And Plex is going to have a gift card of some sort every month this year. Yes, Debbie, I'll put the, I'll list the 4 things when I post the video. Was this helpful? Is this helpful? Okay, I'm going to stop the recording and then we can answer any